I want it to be known that I'm now sick of this game. And I do not like it. If only because of this. Because, in an attempt to beeline my ass out of this game so that I can move on from it, because while I enjoy most of the story, because I missed this, I can't actually beat the final fucking boss. I'm tired. I'm just tired. This is a Healy Springy, which I suppose is nice. And then we talk to this guy, probably as the hero. We are the wise men of the dragon, someone to watch the dragon's greatest power. Brave men of the dragon, do you have any more questions? No. Talk to all the wise men and come again. The Draggy clan has the power to fight the demon. The brave Dragon clan will find comrades to fight with them. Every Dragon clan has the ability to change into a dragon, but only the Destined child has the ability to use it fully. The dragon's strongest power is called Infini. That power is the ability to overcome all demons. Infini has no shape, it only has the power. One moment, folks. The person who received the Infini will sacrifice something very important in exchange for the great power. Do you understand the meaning of this tradition? You cannot kill Deathevan without the Infini, but you will no doubt lose something very important. We are the wise men of the dragon. Yes, thank you. Talk to all the wise men. Oh, this is the whole freaking do you wanna fusion hog thing again, isn't it? Let's go find the powerful strength of the dragon. In order to obtain the great dragon power, Infini, we must ask you to make a very difficult choice. First, we must go to the room and meet the people there. Buddy, we come to quite a place. I don't know if I'm any help to you, but I'll always be on your side. Now here's some tedium that's added on top of all the rest of the tedium. Buddy, don't say anything and pick me. We do something cool once in a while, huh? Tedium on top of tedium. You're really something, Darius. I'll bet you would be able to use this dragon power stuff. And then we do this again. This time with Rand. At the beginning, I thought I was taking care of you younger guys. Darius, you're truly great. There's nothing for me to worry about, so leave this part to me. You young guys can handle the rest. How old is he? I could have sworn that he was still kind of like a kid. I don't understand this stuff very well. All I can do is fight. But I want to help Darius any way that I can. I really do. Yeah. I get that, Cat. I get that completely. There's something I never told you after you saved me at the Coliseum. Thank you. I owe you my life, Darius. Gotta start paying you back. I just wish that your last weapon wasn't a drop off of an enemy from this area. I've experienced so much in our journey. If I didn't meet Darius, I might have gone through life knowing very little. Thank you very much. And like, I get this part, but I still hate this part. I was always bound by the legend of my black wings. I always wished to disappear for the good of Windia, but now from the bottom of my heart, I want to assist you. Please choose me, Darius. Monty, you've chosen one hell of a bad time to need to go out, buddy. And yes, I think I do have to do this for every single door, for every single character. Recently, I've been thinking, there are things that logic cannot explain. I think that strong powers of the heart are what will save the world from danger. It is something you have inside. Tall, spindly plant man. As you know, our clan has no emotion, therefore what I'm about to say is completely practical. Please select me. This is the best for everyone. No need to walk around in circles, walk around in circles. One day I realized I didn't want to fight anymore. Watching you has changed me. Boss, I'm serious now. That's nice of you, Stan. I'm glad that I invoked some sort of a fighting spirit in you. I'm gonna say what I think you would if you were in my shoes. If I can be of assistance to you, you're welcome to use my life in any way. I think they're insinuating something here. And then... I don't believe there are any bad people in this world. There's bad hearts and weak people. It's difficult for weak people to become strong. That's why we have to get rid of the bad hearts. Please understand. I do, but when you put it the way that you did, you sound kind of evil, John. I may be unfair, but I prefer to suffer than to watch others suffer. In that sense, I've been waiting for a chance like this. I wonder what he could be insinuating. If you have met with all your friends, next you will go into this room and listen to the man waiting inside. I'm so glad I turned on no encounters. You must make a great decision. The great power of the dragon, the Anthony, is the friend who believes in you the most. It is the strength in each of your friends' belief in you. In order to obtain the Anthony, the trust of your friends must be proven. In other words, one of your friends must sacrifice his or her life for you, or the Anthony would not be yours. You must choose someone. Do you understand? The friends who have fought with you. I'm sure it's difficult to part with even one, but sacrificing one life will save the world. You must decide, Darius. I'm sure it's difficult to part yet. Okay. I have to sacrifice someone to receive the ultimate power that will allow me to beat the game. I'm sure you understand everything now. You must sacrifice one friend that you can trust. Choose the sacrifice and go into his room. Now, while Jean seems like the most obvious choice, because I'm not that fond of him, the only choice seems to be yourself. You cannot decide whose life you will use. It is true that they are all wonderful friends. Understand your feelings, but they are all prepared to give their life for you. Be brave and choose someone. I see. And go to the room where you talk to your Is this not what I'm supposed to do? Don't be weak. Aren't you the destined child? If it is for the purpose of saving the world, your friends will understand. Now choose someone. What am I doing wrong? Alright. You weakling. You are losing sight of your destiny. Don't try to be such a good guy. The demon will eat you alive if you have such a weak heart. Choose, Darius. You must choose. You're worthless. There's no way you can kill the demon. The journey ends here, Darius. I thought it was all over. Well, you didn't move at all. That was scary. Darius fought with all his feelings to the very end, but finally he has obtained it. He has obtained the powerful strength of the dragon Anfini. Everyone as you believed, Darius is a wonderful man. Go now, Darius. Don't ever forget that your friends believe in you. So much so that because of that cutscene, they removed everyone from their super awesome states. But hey, we got Anfini. Which means that I get to go back into doing what I was doing before, and yeah, give me a moment to get back to that. Alright, one more time with feeling. And we can only win this if we use Anfini. And of course we gotta suffer through his explosions, I guess. I really wish they didn't take like 10 minutes for it to cast that, but hey. The memory of his friends appeared in Darius's heart. Darius thought of the Dragon Clan. Darius thought about the world. Darius had friends to fight with him and the world to save. Darius knew that the time had come for him to carry out his destiny. You are a shrewd man. How can you fight God this far? It is deplorable. Fine, I'll rend the bones from your flesh from your bones. Killing you is only a start. There will be songs written about the beauty of the pain that I shall inflict upon you all. I got a feeling the game would have also stripped me of the fusions here as well. Well, can't use that anymore. I think Rand is just gonna be our heal dude until we can figure shit out. Because I can already tell you, it's probably gonna hurt. Or, you know, it's also gonna be able to cast Death. It is called Deathevan. Guess that makes sense. Oh, good damage. You know what's also good damage? Gold Dragon. That's honestly barely gold. Defense up. Really would have loved to be able to fight this thing when everyone's all transformed and whatnot. That would have been cool. Alright. And then we'll attack up on Darius. Nope. Nope, they don't like that. All sorts of good damage against this thing. I'm not even 100% certain what it's supposed to be. All I know is all those tentacly things with mouths between its legs look suggestive. Sten. Or not Sten. Rand. Yeah. Haha. I dodged your pathetic attempt to kill me. Good damage. Really good damage. I love it when I'm able to nearly do as much damage as the like super mega ultra death dragon form that I got. I don't know, just feels good. Missiles. You know, I don't want to jinx myself here. This ain't much of a fight so far. Its most threatening thing it had cast was death. Yeah, get those punches in, Rand. Part of me wants to see if I can't end it by using just chop chop. Counterattack. Bolt X. I know it is also a thing where it's like I'm way over leveled theoretically. Pew 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 pew. Ooh. Gotta love getting a special from Rand. Bolt X, you know what? Oh, I could have sworn that you had. Could have sworn you had Cure 3. Why did I think you had Cure 3? He was the one with Cure 3. More missile. Oh, hey. That Cure 3 was well timed. Oh, with everyone taking damage. Bonk. More seizure-inducing flashes, because the 90s. Everyone loved having a seizure in the 90s, I guess. Now, theoretically, I could pump up Darius's AP again to give him a good old thwapping. Again with the gold dragon. But, meh. Actually, I think I'll... just in cases. Be God's power. You bastard. My HP, how dare. I got a little of it back. He must be a little bit desperate considering his turn was essentially spent going, I'm injured, I better get back my HP. Try freeze instead this time. Be God's power. Yeah, you're just gonna spam that now, aren't you? That's only 200 and... Wait. Oh, that was HP and AP. Oh, you bastard. Alright. Let's see what you're putting down. I don't like it, but I see it. Also, I picked up the king's hat along the way. Is there much of a point to continue gaining back AP? I mean, it might be if this bastard is just gonna... Really? Come on, Nina, get that will. Try nature? Bone laser. Alright. Guess Rain's healing this turn. Ah, yes. 24. Spar called out to the green. Spar, you're effectively useless right now. Cure 4. You don't have enough to do bolt, so I guess hail? And you have no AP with... Well... I guess you could try a drain. Okay, if that's what you're going to be spamming, I'm going to be pissed. Well... Should I just brought all my physical attackers? Yeah, I figured as such. Alright, so I guess range is just going to be spamming that if it's going to do nothing but cast bone. Bone hurry juice this entire time. It is! That's its plan. And like, yeah, this is going to suck for Rand because... Oh! That was it! That fight did hurt, though. Why? Why, Darius, do you want to kill me? Why? Why don't you understand that the destruction of the world is fate? I don't understand. Why does the world and the people resist destruction? Why don't they want to die? I don't understand. I will disappear now. I'll dream about destruction. Goodbye, Nikanoru. Great job, Darius. The crystal that Deathevan trapped us in was death itself. Darius' power broke us out of it. A strong power of the dragon. It wasn't a power to defeat the enemy. It was a power to unite friends who believe in each other. We are the winners. The courageous win after all. Of course. We all did it together, including the people back in town. Darius remembered the faces of each friend. He felt a strong desire to see all of them. He wanted to share his victory over the dragon. Pretty sure that's supposed to be say demon with his friends. He wanted to share this joy with everyone. You had better not make me climb all the way back out of this place. Great tree, I think I understand now. The most important thing is courage. I really like the word courage. I believe that brave young men like Darius will change the world. As indeed the game I've been playing. Hey, she is alright. Or is that the same one? Is that Patty? I'm not sure if that's Patty. GTFO. The Fatal Child. You're worthy of being called a brave man. Thanks to you, Darius, I learned something. Humans can truly be noble when the situation demands it. You have nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing funny about being called a brave man when you consider what you have accomplished. Let's go home, Darius, to our town. What's the matter? Something in Darius's mind bothered him. Great job, Destined Child. You did an excellent job of accomplishing the long-cherished dream of the Dragon Clan. Deathevan is gone, so the remaining demons have weakened. Our duty of watching for demons will be easier now. Really did a good job, Darius. As in the legend, evil has been defeated. There's no reason for you to stay here. Go back with your friends. Goodbye, Darius. Goodbye, Darius. I believe that you will fulfill your destiny. Will fall? Why is Dragon said Deathevan will fall? I don't understand. I will disappear now. I'll dream about destruction. Goodbye, Nikonaru. He felt that his mission was not yet complete. Deathevan had not really disappeared. It was just asleep to regenerate once again. If it transforms into a dragon, he can protect this land like his mother did. What happened to Darius? What are you trying to do? Darius, you don't intend to protect this place, do you? Before I would not have stopped you, but it's different now. I can't bear losing you. You were not wrong, Darius. Deathevan has not disappeared completely. It's not a mistake that you, as the Destined Child, protect this place. What are you about to do is the correct road for the destined child. I'm proud of you for facing your destiny with courage, my son. However, I don't remember raising you to hurt your friends. The energy recharge is completed. Roar. Darius, stand back. Charge! The engine will stop. Darius, you lost your mother because I was not strong enough. This is the least I can do to make up for it, my son. Until the demon regains his strength again, and until the birth of the next destined child, I'll protect this land. I'll keep the entrance to the town that you and I built together sealed. You should not stay here. You must spread justice and your beliefs all over the world. Ouch. Yo, what the heck is going on? Darius, when you and your wonderful friends spread the strength of your beliefs, Deathevan will never be able to return. Welcome home, buddy. Then that was Breath of Fire 2. Alright, not the first time that the game was telling me it was Breath of Fire 2, that it was, credits proper like. Oh, this was... I'm not sure how I feel about it, honestly. Because I like the story behind it. I really do. The individual stories are pretty great. There's apparently additional endings as well that I am not going to go and get. And it, for the most part, does seem like it is a pretty fun time. Albeit, that fun time is really tarnished by just how much you're expected to do random battles. And yeah, I know that there's that one island that you're supposed to like super grind on, and I didn't even bother to really get all of the big, good, awesome stuff. Then it's just it was just really rough to try to do all of that because the random battles were just kind of tedious. Really tedious. So tedious. And I'm not usually one to worry about random battles when it comes to that. But when it came to trying to get from point A to point B in this, it was pretty egregious. And that was pretty much... For the longest time, that was pretty much my biggest problem with this game. Hence why I bothered with the no encounters in the first place, so I could actually enjoy the story without feeling like I have 20 billion different monsters trying to cram their goddamn face up my ass and try to devour my insides like that. That was right up until the actual end of the game. Because I kind of made a realization of just how much they sort of gatekeep behind rather super secret feeling stuff that feels just so wholly unnecessary. The additional dragon forms, for example, being tucked behind a waterfall, that until you find those, the most you're gonna have are those little whelps. And they don't do much damage, and they don't hit the entire enemy party. And even then, because this game is basically a direct port off the SNES, they've not been fixed either. And yeah, I'm super glad that I used a walkthrough for this game, because I would have been so pissed trying to get from point A to point B with what terrible, terrible signposting that they actually had. Like, finding Patty at the end, most of that was fine, right up until the actual factual mistranslation. The big old mistake of, oh, she's not in hometown, she's in your town. Big difference. Huge even. I feel like I would love the fusion system if it might have been a little bit more varied, or not varied, I suppose. If you could use the fusion system a little bit more freely. Because I know that part of it is trying to find what character is best suited for which of these shaman and all that fun stuff. But even then, once you do figure out all of the shaman stuff, it kind of feels a little limited based off of who you like most in your party. I would have loved, absolutely loved, to use Cat throughout the entirety of the goddamn game. But and yes, I am watching the teardrop. I'll be honest, I don't hate all the characters, I just don't enjoy a whole lot of the characters. Or there's a lot of the characters I don't enjoy, period. And I think part of that is off of their lack, quote unquote, of development, I suppose. Like, most of the characters that haven't been all that they're just meh, they're alright, they're meh. And then you have characters like Jean, which, boy howdy, I'd have found him, if I met Jean in real life, I'd have found him so obnoxious. So obnoxious, and it's one of the reasons why I just really did not ever want to use him. Oh, mechanics-wise as well, one of the other things that drives me absolutely nuts is getting a new character, and then being like at least 10 levels less than your party is. It's one of the reasons I really didn't bother with Blue. It's one of the reasons why I sigh every single time that I look into changing my party around and putting Cat back in the party. Because I look at Cat being 35 levels in, while everyone else is like, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be alive right now. Oh well. Cat being level 35, and in order to get her to level 50, she would have, the rest of the party would have ended up being like level 55 at the least, unless I did some weird chicanery of everyone else in the party dying, and that would have been a little bit difficult, I think. I think my biggest FU to this entire thing, though, has to be kind of how I guess not nigh impossible. I was really trying to gun for the ending, I will not lie. So when I saw that there was a dungeon, I kind of thought to myself, oh, straightforward through the dungeon in order to do the thing. To the point where there's not even an ending if your character, your hero, faces off against Deathevan, whatever, a billion times, only for nothing to happen. It would have been an endless loop of take damage, damage and back heal, take damage, damage and back heal, take damage, damage and back heal. I didn't know whether or not there was an actual lose state. All I knew was that something didn't feel right, and it didn't. And I'm glad I looked it up, because I would have been... I would have been pissed if I continued that for another, like, 5-10 minutes, only for nothing to be happening. And it's just, I loathe it. I loathe that because I just wanted to see the end of the game, I had to go back and spend another, like, 10 minutes. And yes, those are the other forms of the other characters. Go back and do that whole rigmarole for like 10 minutes. And as much of the story in Breath of Fire 3 was kind of about, you know, trying to figure out your character's purposes in life and why God, quote unquote, is doing the things that they do. It was still supposed to be the Destined Child. The Destined Child, this Destined Child, that Destiny. But not once did it really feel like it was destiny for him specifically. It really did feel like everyone else needed to be involved. And that was no more, I guess, obvious than having to get Anthony and having to get the rest of the party to fight Deathevan. And to that end, I kind of disliked it, because it throws the whole purpose of destiny out the window, in my honest opinion anyways. And I know that it's one of those things where it's like, I can kill God with the power of my friends and all that fun stuff, but I just... When it continues to shove destiny down my throat as much as it did the entirety of the game, kind of expected a little bit more than just, oh, I brought back my friends. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Mechanics wise, if I did not have the internet, I would not know what half of the shit that I've actually used did. And even by the end of the game, I was still unsure whether or not I was using what I quote-unquote knew existed correctly. So there's that. Many of the characters I just cared not to use, period. And honestly, the whole thing with with how the dungeon works, most of the dungeons work anyways, especially the later ones that get longer and longer, I just could not care enough to actually do the dungeons, let alone grind enemies for the final weapons and armors of the party. It was just so bleeding tedious. And I know that does bleed over into Breath of Fire 3, especially at the end. But there's a lot more for me when it comes to Breath of Fire 3 that I enjoyed, that I didn't mind it so much, because I like the battle system. I like the character animations. I love the music. I love the environments. I loved all of those things. The music gets grating, especially if you've been doing it for so long. And yes, this is with the SNES chip in mind over the GBA chip. I would not have played this game for very long if it was actually the GBA music. I'm being honest here. And it's just hard to... It doesn't hit the mark for me. Like, I enjoyed Breath of Fire 1. It was a good time. I played that through, as far as I remember, completely legitimately, grinding and everything. Breath of Fire 3 is still absolutely my bag. Even in when I look at some of the things in this and then look at that and think, man, this was rough. But I see the what's the word I'm looking for? I'm seeing the blueprints of 3 in this. But I'm glad that they redesigned those blueprints for the 3rd game. And honestly, again, basically the back half of this game has just been me really wanting to say, screw it, I'm playing Breath of Fire 3, because it just made me want to enjoy Breath of Fire, and Breath of Fire 3 is my enjoyment of Breath of Fire. Can I actually... Okay, I can use Spar to escape out of here. Neat. That only puts me up to here. Alright. Oh god. Simulator did not like that. And that's the roughest part for me, because I like a lot of the characters. I like the story. I like most of what the characters are. It's the gameplay that really dragged it down for me, because honestly, I hate saying this about RPGs, especially JRPGs, but this felt the most repetitive to me out of pretty much any of the RPGs I've played in a long ass time. It might have been because of the random encounters. It might have been because most fights, even with my party being like 50% spellcasters, felt like all I needed to do was punch a thing. And I'm glad that I experienced the story. I'm 100% behind this story. I love the fact that it does have multiple endings that change depending on what it is that you do throughout the game, between sacrificing the old man that's in the old the machine, or stuff like that. And it's good stuff. Like, reading quickly through the other endings, yeah, no, they're good ending. Well, I got the best ending as far as I know, but the rest were either bad or sad endings. But if you ask me to play through this again, I would just absolutely say no. Because the gameplay itself, after the first like 10, 20 hours or 10 to 15 hours or so, just did not feel good. And much like when it came to the dragon system in Breath of Fire 1, it's not a good system. It's not fun. It doesn't feel good. I do kind of regret having not played the hacked version of this game. But the thing is that I wanted to have as relatively authentic of an experience as possible. And the Ryusei translation patch thing did more than just retranslate the game. It changed, as far as I know, everything. Same thing with the definitive edition. That probably could have been more fun. That could have been greater, gameplays and mechanics wise. And I kind of regret not having A, known about it, B, switched over to it when I did learn about it, because that's half of the game that should have been spent me having fun. And I regret that, because as much as I do enjoy the story, I play video games for their mechanics. And if I'm not having fun with the mechanics, it makes me not enjoy the story. So yeah, in the end, I love the story right up until I realized I had to go back and talk to a bunch of dudes, talk to my party, talk to all this other stuff. And it just made me realize, good God, I'm so glad that I had no encounters on. And when 75% of the game is basically the random encounters, and that's not considered fun, all you got left is the story. But yeah, that's me ranting. This was 7 out of 10 for me. Or not 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. It's good. I'll give it that. And what times I was having fun, I was having a good time. Probably is a game that I would have enjoyed more if I just played on my own, because I really didn't want to go and do a random thing like, oh, I'll grind for this weapon, or I'll grind for that weapon, or all that fun stuff. Only to be all like, okay, this is... ugh. But yeah, 6 out of 10 overall. Great story. Mechanics just really got in the way of it. And I do feel like that a majority of the characters, especially the main characters, could have been developed far, far better and far, far more. Do yourself a favor. If you're going to play this or replay this, get the definitive edition. I don't know exactly what it does. I've had a look over of it, but it was definitely a lot better than this was. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, call it a let's play here. I don't know where to go from this. I need a game to really improve my mood, as it were. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough as much as I at least enjoyed the story of the game. If you want to support the channel, consider dropping a like, commenting, subscribing, all that fun stuff. Helps out the channel, lets you know whenever I upload something, which is currently 3 times a day, 6 days out of the week, because I have no life. And if you want to support the channel in a direct financial fashion, I have a ton of links down in the description below, from a Stream Elements, Ko-fi, Patreon. You can use the Super Chat from YouTube. Every little bit helps, keeps a roof over my head, food in my belly, and goes to upgrading my PC and getting more games for the channel whenever I have the extra dosh. God, I need a game that I enjoyed after this one. I mean, again, I liked the story, didn't like the game. I need a game that I like the game. Especially after Prototype, Jesus. Thank you everyone so very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next adventure. Take care. Cheers.